Hi, Summer RAs. I'm Christy Nittrouer. I am actually today, the day you're viewing this, graduating with my PhD from Rice. So I am a graduate student in transition to a faculty member position at the University of Houston downtown. And I'm really lucky that I have such generous faculty advisors and graduate student younger siblings that they have continued to include me on the list of project advisors for the summer. So if you're working with me, hello, I'm really excited to get started with you. And I'm sorry I can't be there today to meet you, but I have a lot of moving parts with graduation this weekend, so I thought it would be too optimistic to try and also attend this meeting. So what can I tell you about myself? I am starting as an assistant faculty member at the University of Houston downtown this fall. My research interests, of course, like everyone else, are diversity and discrimination, but specifically I'm interested in specific groups such as people or employees with disabilities, women, mothers, and the experience of parents and caregivers, and then also just under-researched populations such as veterans, convicts, and then of course I'm always interested in ethnicity-related stereotypes. So I wanted to give you a flavor of some of the projects that are ongoing right now in this summer. So the first project that I have my summer RAs working on is called the Disability Socialization Project. And it's a collaboration I've been invited to work on by Sabrina Valpone, that's at University of Colorado Boulder, Brent Lyons, who's at York University, and Abdi Fatal, who's at University of Minnesota. And basically this project involves recruiting employees who have disabilities who have recently started a new job to participate in a longitudinal study. And so what I bring to the team, which is a very intimidating team, so I'm trying to prove that I bring something to the team, is recruitment. So I've been working with my spring RAs for the last few weeks, and I'm transitioning. I've already started working with one summer RA, and we are just sending out emails, looking in our networks, thinking about who we know, to try and gain access to this population of people with disabilities who have started new jobs. So this is a pretty fun one, and it's up and running, so the directions are all online, and if you just follow the instructions I send out, it should be really straightforward. I have a project on veteran-related stereotypes. The first study has been done, and I need to actually tweak it because we're changing course, and sort of rewrite it up, and then we're also coupling it with a study 2. And the study 2 is still in design, so there should be an opportunity to get involved with survey development, survey implementation, survey testing, and we're still thinking about who we want for our participants. So there may be different needs or opportunities for participant recruitment, but we're trying to think creatively, so maybe we can focus our efforts on that one more on the measure. And then also I'm on an interinstitutional collaboration looking at or examining the effects of diversity training, and if diversity training alone is enough to influence attitudes and behavior in an experimental study, but then we're also looking at mindfulness. So does mindfulness add sort of boost to the behaviors and attitudes that we see above and beyond diversity training. So this is a collaboration that's housed at University of Albany, so I'm really kind of like an independent contractor, but I am planning on running experimental sessions here in Houston in the fall. So the involvement with this would probably involve pilot testing surveys, sitting through maybe a sample training, otherwise helping us find like electronic materials. And then I have 2 projects that aren't full-fledged projects yet, but one that involves, so I call it the Joe Biden effect. So it's sort of disentangling hostile, benevolent, or just ignorant sexism. So I'm very interested in thinking about, rather than just painting sexist or sexist offenders with a wide stroke brush, if we can differentiate behaviors that are hostily sexist, maybe the most extreme behaviors, to sort of these unintentional, maybe more benevolent sexist behaviors. And thinking about how we approach perpetrators of each, or sort of the wide range of types of behaviors, and thinking about if we were to target the different types of perpetrators, how we could do that in a way that doesn't make them feel like a perpetrator when we want to inform them their actions are inappropriate. And just thinking more deeply about this phenomenon, given how any violations, any accusations in this area can, and we're seeing over and over, are destroying people's careers, and in many cases rightfully so, but how we can educate people before they become these really vile perpetrate these vile behaviors. I hate to ever say that we can't remediate somebody, because I think we can always remediate people, but just thinking a little bit more deeply about that construct. And then the final project that I'm kind of thinking about is examining the stress of caregiving on health outcomes. And I'm particularly interested in employees who caregive, whether that's small children, employees who caregive and have children with special needs, or employees who caregive because they provide elder care. And if there's other examples of caregiving out there, they would fall under this umbrella. I'm very interested in thinking about ways employers are uniquely situated to intervene in these areas. So those are sort of the top most active projects I have. I have a few. I mean, I didn't even mention my dissertation. So my dissertation is like done. I'm kind of writing it up, but I might be pairing it with another study. So it's looking at ally behaviors and how allies can enact strategies that are effective at managing the identity of stigmatized targets. So that's a separate interesting project. And then I have another paper that I'm analyzing and writing up right now, so that would offer some review opportunities in reading and writing. So I really, I sat down with my first summary today, and I really just wanted to get a sense of what her interests were, what her availability was in what I've described. And then there's some things that we have to prioritize. But otherwise, I like to try and slot you into things that fit your interests. So I really look forward to getting to know you. I wanted to give you a flavor so that you felt like you came away from this first meeting knowing a little bit more about what you're going to be working on. And then, of course, please feel free to email me or contact me. I'm going to be abroad for much of the summer, from May 22nd to August 6th, and I have 2 small children that I have limited childcare with. So I might be just a hair bit slower at responding than I normally am, but I almost always get back to everyone within like 24 to 48 hours. So I don't think that should provide any sort of hiccup in your experience doing these projects this summer. And I'm going to connect you guys to each other, so that way if you run into things, you have sort of a peer to talk to as well as me. So I look forward to having you. I hope you guys have a great first meeting. I'm Christy. I hope I said that already. And welcome aboard to the lab.